welcome everyone to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I have a confession to make. I am nervous. Yes, I am. I am so nervous about this game. Indiana, Atlanta, in Atlanta. Here's the thing. Tuesday was an elimination game for Indiana as well. I was nervous then, but there's a special nervousness tonight, even though Indiana is in the same situation in terms of backs against the wall. You have to win or your season is over. I guess it becomes even more real, maybe because both teams are in that situation, but nothing has really changed for Indiana. You win or you go home. Of course, Indiana's on the road. That's a little bit different, but every game's a home game, right? So now's the time to live that out. Every game's a home game. But I'm nervous. I have seen this team go through all kinds of adversity. We know, especially those of us who have hung in there with this team and cheered this team on and continue to do that and continue to believe. We have just seeing player drop here, another player drops here, another player drops here, another point guard drops here, just all over the place. And yet we have cheered and we have cheered and we have cheered and we've seen the ups and we've seen the downs. And it comes down to tonight in terms of the first round. I said in the video I just put out that one of the common things you hear people say when it comes to playoffs, when it comes to championships, well, that team wanted it more, or the team that wants it the most will win, or the team that wants it more will win. They want it. Like they all want it. But there is something to be said for hunger. I feel like Indiana is fueled not only by a desire to win, which is extremely helpful, but also there's something about going through stuff that makes you even more determined to show up for your teammates, more determined to show up for your coaches, more determined to show up for the organization, more determined to show up for the fans. There's just something about adversity in life in general. And sports, of course, are what? A microcosm of society. So tonight in Atlanta, I think Indiana should feel confident. Obviously, not boastful or anything from the last win. The last win didn't get you to move to the second round, to the semifinals. You've got to meet tonight, but there's got to be some confidence, because when we think about game one in Atlanta, Indiana had struggled to score, but also made it so defensively that Atlanta struggled to score. Indiana and Atlanta close, very close in that game. Although if you didn't watch the game and you just looked at the score, you wouldn't think so. Not going to get all into the officiating about the last game again, but it certainly played a factor. However, we have to make shots in game two in Cambridge. This team played like a team. This team played together. This team probably put together the most complete game I've seen this season. And so Indiana obviously knows the game plan, because they've been executing that, shutting down three-point shooting, throwing shooters off in general. And so it's going to be physical. Atlanta is physical. Alicia Gray, who has not had a good series, she's going to want to get after it in this game. They're going to want, with their physicality, to put Indiana back on their heels, going to want to get AB in foul trouble, and Brianna Jones is a tough cover. In the first game, really not much from Brittany Griner, but second game, she comes out. She's got the length that makes things difficult. And from what I understand, yep, I do remember Dantas is out again with this concussion protocol. So everyone has to step up. They've got to play smart. We need AB on the floor. We need Lexi Hull on the floor. So we need to find a way to be aggressive without getting in foul trouble so that they don't have to go to the bench. We absolutely need people to play smart, and prayerfully we get officials who are not doing what they sometimes do. I'd like to see us strike early and get a cushion, because I never want it to come down to a close game where the officials all of a sudden start blowing whistles. But we'll see early in the game, I guess, how that game is going to be called. From Aaliyah Boston, they like to try to shut Aaliyah down, throwing 2-3 bodies at her. Aaliyah's smart. She knows how to kick the ball out. What I've noticed is that she's trying to attack early, and they're like collapsing all over her. And then adjustments are made. And thankfully, when we're hitting our outside shots, that helps when Aaliyah is shut down on the inside. But then I noticed that they would throw one body at Aaliyah, and then she'd get the ball and she'd be aggressive and say, "Hey, you're gonna take me one-on-one, then I'm gonna be aggressive and go to the basket." We're going to need her to do that as well. Need shooters to shoot outside shots so that they have to defend on the outside. We just have to be smart, share the ball, make good decisions. Atlanta, number 2 defense in the WNBA. So people with great defensive or teams with great defense tend to make other teams look sloppy. We cannot turn the basketball over. We have to offensive rebound. We have to know where the shooters are, be able to handle the screen and roll. All the things. And we've done a good job because we have thrown them off in terms of their rhythm on the offensive end. Let's take care of the basketball. Everybody has to be ready. When your number is called, get up, get in there, be ready. So those are the things. I mean, we obviously know those things already, but it's right now. Everything you've been working for right now. Nobody expected Indiana to be in the situation. Lots of talking heads talking about the players, talking about the coaches. You got even people out there who are being disrespectful, from what I'm hearing from other people, disrespectful of Caitlin Clark because she's not playing. It's like people are not realizing what this team has gone through. The fact that they're even competing in the playoffs is phenomenal, but you can't just be happy to get there. Indiana, not happy just to be there. Kelsey told us when the adversity started, she's like, I don't know about anybody else out there. Like, I don't know. We still believe we have each other's back. So they're not just happy to be there. They believe. And I believe too. It's one game at a time, right? There's only, as far as they know, there is only one game left. It's right here in Atlanta. Don't be intimidated. Don't be soft. Don't let the physicality throw you off. But at the same time, you got to be careful with the fouls because we need you. So it is do or die. This is why players play, for these big moments. I'm for it. My heart is crying out for a decisive win. Like, where we're not just going, you should see people in the chat or hear people in the chat. They're just like, I can't take it. I think I need something from my stomach to calm my stomach. That's a part of being a fan. We really get into it. So, yeah, I guess that's all there is to say. We'll be going live for the game. And if you're looking for a fun, positive, because we do a lot of fun, positive, running around, singing, clapping, all the things that you can imagine that fans do. Have a good time. And we're cheering on this team, the Indiana Fever. And that is every member of the Fever, whether they are healthy or whether they are on the sidelines, jumping up and down, screaming their heads off, which they do. I love this team, and I love how they stand by one another. So I have absolute confidence that this team can win, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you if you're looking for a fun, positive place to hang out for the game. Although we do yell at the TV here and there. Yeah. All right. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.